Yo, what's good, gamers? Today we're doing another three factions. We're plowing through Nordland, Ostland, and Talabecland. These three have some versatility and some differences to how they're set up. Nordland gets a really good start with the Hellblaster, like the volley gun. Or, no, that's the, Hell Rocket Battery. But they're going up against Norska nearly nonstop. I know they've been updated by the time Warhammer 3 has come out. They have a pretty big setup where it's like a holdout against sieges style thing. That's pretty fucking cool. I want to say it's comparable to Marcus Wolfart, and I do believe it is. I believe that's what it's been compared to, but instead of Lizardmen, it's Norska. What the hell was that? Did we just capture that settlement and come on back, or what? What the fuck did I edit there? Okay, but they were not quite as developed in this period, I guess, or during Warhammer 2. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work for Warhammer 3. Because I know for Warhammer 3, this is Mixu's Unlocker, the current factions I'm playing. And then a couple of them are the Southlands and a couple other factions. I'm going to try to have every mod I have for Warhammer 2 when I go to Warhammer 3. I think that'll offer a lot of versatility in seeing how things have been upgraded. But then I think the issue with that is that there's these other individual mod packs, like Nordland, I believe, is an individual mod that I'm not quite sure how that works. Do I have to download those instead of Mixu's Unlocker, or are those a part of Mixu's Unlocker? I will see in time, but I really can't wait to have some fun with those and have some fun with these more unique factions. I'm definitely going to take a page out of the book and play all those factions and have a whole lot of fun. I don't really think it's the worst thing ever. The Nordland campaign wasn't exactly the most eventful thing ever. It was basically just protecting this northern coast. I had some issues with other factions, like Marienburg and these other factions kind of, messing around with me. But basically, the entire campaign is just chilling, holding the northern coast, getting influence until you can confederate like one of the southern factions to really start making a push. I think if I were to play this faction long term, what I would have done is like heavily support the Golden Order or somebody, and then confederate them to have a southern thing, and then I can start doing some work down there, killing some enemies and the like, or going up against Sylvania or whoever's rapidly expanded. That's about what I'd put at. Other than that, it's not exactly the most eventful campaign, but in no way do I think that's a bad thing. Ostland is it was a longer campaign, that is for sure. It it's a little bit to the it's a little bit to the right of what we played last episode, my favorite faction from last episode. And it means I'm more directly in competition with people like Throt, people like, the troll. I forget his name. But I'm in competition with these heavy chaos forces. I'm in competition with Throg. It's Throg. Throg the Troll King, and just chaos inevitably when they do come. And then some of the enemies of Kislev and Norska. And they really did give me trouble. Like, I'm not going to fuck around. You can see I have a lot of money. Like, a whole lot of money. And I really did do my best to stay between these two outer settlements. My home settlement was pretty upgraded, and to get garrisons on it and stuff, and just, expand and hold my own. That's really, like, the experience of being on Elector count, is just holding your territory, confederating, and playing the political game, it feels a lot more like you're playing the political game than when you're playing Gelt or Wolfheart. You're not even playing the political game. Neither are you if you're playing that Sigmar guy. But with it feels like you're playing that political game a lot more than Gelt or what's his name? Karl Franz. Like Karl Franz, you're just solving the issues. Like it feels like your duty. But here, or at least I guess in my role play brain, it felt much more like it wasn't a duty. Like I was just like, okay, let's do what needs to be done, help our allies. Sometimes you don't offer that help because you want that territory or whatever. And it didn't feel quite as bad, and no one's doing civil war against you. I think it's almost easier than playing Karl Franz or Gelt, because Gelt, you're on that southern border. If the border princes weren't there and it wasn't modded, I think the modded experience is easier in the Empire, of course. But because, all these guys are now legendary lords, and they really are fighting back the best they can and holding their own. We made an alliance with Kislev up here. This is a pretty cool Kislev faction. You aren't able to play them in this game, but it's kind of like the crackhead from Warhammer 3. But with the Empire being easier, you're just essentially holding out until you can build up enough rapport with another lord or another person in charge to be like, hey, would you mind me brutally taking your territory and destroying all the infrastructure you've built to make it better? Thanks. Like, oh, look at that. We sent our one of our legendary lords we confederate over there. That's really strange. Glad he didn't die. I mean, he couldn't die. He's an absolute beast. I do really want to replay him. I fucked him up when I played him. Like, I don't know how to play him. I can't wait to play him for Warhammer 3. I think he'll be a really unique character to play. We're going to hire Godric and Felix just to have somebody at all three of our towns. At all three of our towns to just hold out, plow through the opposition, really do their best. This campaign, I wouldn't describe it as boring, but I certainly wasn't doing a whole lot. Like, I wasn't going above and beyond to do anything. And there's just a lot with these campaigns. I can't wait to get back on it, because there's so many unique factions to play, and I'm going to play the shit out of those pretty soon. But, right now I'm just playing a whole fuckload of Project Zomboid that I know is going to be really fun to edit. Like, you guys are going to be hearing about this, way later than once I've done it, but it's going to be really fun. I really can't wait. Godric's just, killing the fuck out people. We got Felix back, so he'll go ahead and join Godric. And then Confederation with who? Yeah, that's worth accepting, but not right now. We don't have enough Imperial authority. We don't want the debuffs. We'll go ahead and send some help. It's always worth it to send help down to our allies, and essentially that foothold was the end of that campaign. Now we're playing Talabecland, who was unique. I guess that's how I'm going to word it. Like, they were a faction. They were very hard to play. I don't think I'd ever play them again, but they were pretty damn unique. They had essentially buffing those monks, the flagellants or whatever, and then they had a bit of the Wood Elf roster. So I guess that's like a cool little unique spin. But they also had about the hardest rebel force starting off, holding majority of their territory. That was damn near impossible to go up against. Like, they ended up, they fucked me up multiple times. So it's kind of a give and take on, it being a fun, kind of unique blended faction, and then having this really hard stone wall of an opposition I couldn't quite figure out how to get over. Like, they were just, it's a difficult campaign. There's no other way to sum it up. Autocorrect really be fucking up my whole day. Like, I'm typing something, like, trying to chill in between sessions, and then people be like, I don't know, I'm just typing shit. And then, I don't know why the fuck, no, I'm grumpy, you can tell. If I can't even get my words out. Oh my lord, like, it'll autocorrect your to you. I'm like, motherfucker, how the fuck does you dinner make sense? Like, it just does stuff like that, and it makes me grumpy as hell, dude. I can't. I got that Ronnie Coleman laugh. Lord have mercy. Fucking Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear. But hey, either way, our fucking troops plowed through this. That, Lord, he's pretty good. I mean, he's armored and shielded. He's a good, like, sword infantry. He just beats the shit out of their flanks. Look at that. He's throwing them around like no tomorrow. And they took unit losses pretty quickly. Good start to a campaign, in all honesty. Like, there was nothing wrong there. We beat the dickens out of those people, so fuck yeah. You know, we claim this territory. And then, real quick, if we get this up here, let's do this. Jesus Christ, I wait. Sometimes I'm too impatient, sometimes I'm too patient. It's like a weird thing with how I play this game. We went up here to fight again. You know, we upped our army a bit, got some pistoliers. Good old reliable. They don't really hold an auto-resolve, but they really will hold out in a real battle. It's a pretty big battle. I think we could have won this if we were smart. I am not smart. And yeah, that is me spoiling what's about to happen. We rushed on in here. We beat the fuck out of these guys as well as we could. It really did just hard focus specific troops, which always sucks. Like, you gotta hate when that happens. We really did try our best. We ate into them as quickly as possible. Our troops went in there hard fought, but we are already having retreats, and it just, you know, we couldn't really keep it up. We were falling under pressure, saw our morale going down, our health quickly falling, and it was just a situation where I had to give up. Yeah, I went ahead and ended it, so I didn't get fucked up, and we pulled a strategic retreat of sorts. We recouped, and then we rushed on in with 2 new armies to go fight their main settlement, hopefully to get a victory. But they already had crossbowmen for some reason, even though they only had 1 settlement on the map. They're able to fund 2 full stacks with tier 3 units at like turn 10. You know how it goes, how utterly real you know, your enemies are. Their real life economy. They are for sure being funded by foreign governments. Like, there's, like, yeah, no, you know, our GDP is fucking 2. Oh, but we have these killa 10,000 Hellstorm missiles. And it's like, what the fuck? How do you get those? It's like, America gave them to me. That's exactly what's fucking happening here. They're getting funded by Karl Franz. He doesn't like us very much. No. Who is it? Dark Elves are supposed to be Americans, right? Because that's over on North America. Or are they supposed to... I thought they were supposed to be French or something. No, yeah. So they're getting funded by the Dark Elves. I pissed off a Dark Elf. I insulted his mother. He'll never forgive me. I said a bad thing about Kane. This is my punishment here. But hey, we set up a solid formation. We really did try our best. I fought the good fight, but they just had the tree line advantage. They showered all of our troops. We had to break our strategic line. We had to run into them. We did the best we could. But, no, we just got the absolute shit beaten out of us. This was a profound loss. And on that note, we're approaching the end of the episode. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, or wherever you're watching this. Hope you guys come back for more. If not, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope to see you guys again next time. If not, that's okay. Positive affirmations. thank you guys for watching, enjoying, observing, whatever you're doing. Whether, you're contributing more than that, like a like or something, doesn't really matter. It means the world to me, especially if you're hearing this. If not, projecting it back, put in the thanks into my former tone. But it means the fucking world to me. I really do try my best with these. I'm trying to constantly improve, see what I can edit out, slow rate. I'm not really that good, but I'm trying my best. So thank you guys for your attention and for your time. It means